you guys? CeCe Clemons, aka Vibin Weirdo, Godzilla -1 movie review. Alright, so getting into it, I had some pretty high expectations from it based off the trailers that I had seen. Because, Lord, the trailers had me shook for a movie set in the 1940s or 1950s or 60s, that time period, older time. And also walking into it, this was my first movie that I watched that was in Japanese. And I just had to read the subtitles from beginning to end. I really didn't have a problem with that. It's like people in Japan and all over the world watch our movies and read subtitles. It's literally the least that I could do. So I checked it out and man, am I glad I did. This movie was really incredible. For it to be set in an older time, but still keep its relevance and excitement was really great to see. Now, this definitely has a classic feel. Again, the time setting is like 1950s. So not a lot that you're going to be working with as far as like CGI effects and even modern technology. You don't have none of that in here. So what that calls was a really great story. Really great character and plot development. To the point where like my eyes is watering because I'm about to cry. Because I want everyone I want certain characters to not die. And I want them to live. And that's it and that's all. And this was a low budget film, but the graphic effects on here, what they had to work with, look better than some of these projects that use hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, of course, it's not as much CGI as those, obviously. And it's just like one character, but it still looked really good. It looked really nice. It didn't look janky or wonky in any parts to me. And freaking Godzilla, this version we get evil Godzilla, okay? And man, did I not like Godzilla in this one. But that means they did a great job. And there were some parts with Godzilla, like literal jaw-dropping moments. There were moments I was like, that I just could not avoid. I probably had about like, I think for me it's probably like 3 or 4, like, this is crazy. And what it is it's like a slow burn. It's not just like, oh, going in like, you know, hardcore like Godzilla versus Kong and all that, which is great. I actually prefer that. But it's just that slow, steady, intimidating presence of Godzilla. And seeing him use his powers to like literally just destroy this land of people, it sucks. It is like, oh my gosh. Even like the charge up of like when it goes, I don't know the name of it, but when it goes in beast mode, when it goes this color and goes, ah! I don't know if there was any part of that I was just like, oh my gosh. And of course I watched it in IMAX because I wanted to be in shock and awe. And I was. I definitely was on certain parts. So that was really good. Again, very, very impressive work for a low budget. One thing I will say, just like Godzilla, the movie thick. The movie is a bit thick. You're going to be sitting in there for 3 hours with the trailers. So just be ready for that if you decide to go. There were certain parts in there that did cause me to be a little sleepy, a little tired. So it didn't have my full attention from beginning to end 100%, but I understand why that was necessary. I'm just like a action, like energy level from beginning to end freak. This movie is a solid A for me. I would absolutely check it out. If you're a fan of the classics, if you're a fan of good story, if you're a fan of just being amazed and blown away, definitely check this one out. Not as many people showed up for this. Fortunately though, the budget is small, so it's okay. It's gonna make its money back. Oh yeah, I forgot, while I was watching Godzilla, I could hear Beyonce Renaissance Tour playing, like literally, because that was in a different like theater where it's not as enhanced as IMAX, but it's like the runner up, and like throughout like boom 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 boom, I could just hear it throughout. So that was a little distracting, but it really just made me want to watch Beyonce Renaissance again, honestly. But it didn't distract me to where I didn't know what was going on. I still had a fun time. I had a blast, and I was blown away by certain parts of this movie. So those are my thoughts, you guys. Drop your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drink your water as always. Peace. Sorry.